Hello, Jessica. How are you this morning? Bringing up my desktop. We'll talk a bit. We'll do some breath work. We'll hang out. I am live, right? Jessica says hi. There we go. And of course, I'll put my shoes on. We all should be familiar with it by now, right? This is our Mr. Roger moment. Hey, Willa. Willa says, good morning, Yogi. Good morning, my friend. What kind of breath work are we in the mood for today? Jessica, your call, my friend. I like giving it to Jessica because it removes all responsibility from me. I don't have to think about it. Hey, Lee. The less thinking I do, the better for everyone. Jessica says calming. Gotcha. We can do that. We can do a very simple breath. Hey, Sniper. Grand Rising to you, my friend. Jessica says hi to Lee. Lee says, hey, Rolla, good morning. Lee, how you doing this morning? Lee says, Jessica, good morning. Willa says, how is everyone? We are pretty good, Willa. I'm pretty good. Hey, Skeeter. Skeeter, I saw you over at Cats. How are you this morning? I stopped in your live stream last night, right before I went to bed. The last thing I did before heading off to bed was in just a minute. We're going to do a very simple. Am I frozen? I was frozen for a second. I'm unfrozen now. 4x4. Breathing in for 4, pausing, breathing out for 4. It's a very simple and easy breath, but it's infinitely calming. Lee says, well, how's Yoda? Lewis says, she'll be back. Casper is a pain. Lee says, I'm okay, Yogi, thank you. When I relax, I'm better. I do feel more relaxed. Glad to hear it. So you know what? I've been thinking a lot about, Kat and I talked about this before, creating versus making. I also talked about this with Miss Blipper. We make all kinds of stuff, and generally what we make is a mess. Look around. Look around my room. I've created quite a mess. Look at my life. I've created quite a mess. I suspect many of us have. I suspect all of us have, without even realizing it. And it says, I'm good, thank you, Lee. How are you? Because we make. Here's the thing. When we were created, however we were created, however you wish to believe we were created, we have the innate ability of the creator itself. Himself, herself. Really, it's beyond himself, herself, itself. It simply is. Brahma, that which has no description. That is beyond the possibility of describing itself. That which is created is not separate from the creator. So we have all of the ability of the creator at our service, except for one. We can never, ever be our own creator. Hey, Paranormal, how are you, my friend? Paranormal says, Sada Yogi, hope you're doing well. I am doing well. Thanks. Well, I'm so glad that you got Casper. Hey, Maddie. So I'm going to read just one little line here from the Course. I read this morning. This is in chapter 27. I'm nearing the end of another year's work in the Course. Reading the entirety of the text and doing the workbook lessons again all the way through from beginning to end. I always do workbook lessons. I always read through the text, but I don't always do it in a straightforward beginning to end. The resurrection of the world awaits your healing and your happiness, that you may demonstrate the healing of the world. I love that line. The resurrection of the world. All right, here's the thing. We don't think of the resurrection of the world. We think that there is something that eventually is resurrected in heaven, right? When we die, the soul still exists and the soul goes to heaven. That sort of takes away all responsibility of doing anything, right? Unless, hey, go to church once a week. I believe, and I condemn those who don't believe the same way that I do. Therefore, I will go to heaven. However, we're given clear directive, not religiously speaking here, but the kingdom of heaven is found within. Nirvana. Let's get away from Christianity for a second. Nirvana. Nirvana actually is a Sanskrit word that means extinction. The extinction of our suffering is found within. Our healing is found within. The resurrection is found within. So there is nothing that is going to die and bring us anywhere. And then there's not something that remains that will bring us somewhere. Everything is already here right now. And if you don't find it here, and if you don't find it now, you're not going to. You're just going to repeat this and make a whole nother mess until you eventually, and you will eventually, get it. Hey, Carl. So the resurrection of the world awaits your healing. Responsibility is solely on you. Look around the world. You don't like it? Fix it. How do you fix it? Fix yourself. How do you fix yourself? Realize you're not really broken. And then get out of the illusion. You're not broken, however, because you perceive that you are, you create a broken world. When you heal, you create a healed world. The difference between making comes from the ego. I will make this better. I will make more money. I will make a living. I will make this, I will make that. And then we go through life making and making and making, but never actually having anything because we miss it. Hey, Goldie. If you're continuously making, you never appreciate because you got to make that next best thing over and over again. Man, what a mess and what a waste. Because we are creative beings. Someone doesn't make a masterpiece, right? A painter doesn't make a beautiful painting. A painter creates a beautiful painting, co-creates with the universe itself, co-creates with the allness of life itself. You ever look, I've had the privilege of being in the Museum of Natural Arts lots and lots of times, and looking at a Van Gogh, looking at a Monet, looking at a Gauguin, and everything stops. The texture of a Van Gogh, amazing, layer after layer. You said love, I still love Van Gogh. But as I've gotten older, I've come to appreciate Monet. Van Gogh is thick. So many layers of brushstroke after brushstroke to give it that the brilliance. You can only look at Van Gogh. Hey, Sean, long time no see, my friend. Hey, Bandit, how are you? I saw that you were live. I'm sorry I couldn't make it though. Oh, now, hey guys, go visit Burpee Bandit. He says, "Yo, Eric, I'm currently live streaming 500 burpees. Salute, brother. I'll bring you up right after I end the live stream." The vibrancy and brilliance of a Van Gogh, and yet just as brilliant, just as vibrant, but in a much softer tone, Monet. Anyway, that is creation, co-creation. Mozart didn't make music. He heard music. He heard the music of the spheres, the music of the cosmos, and he received it, and he simply transcribed it, channeling at its best. We think of channeling as receiving outside information, but truly, channeling is the removal of the blocks that keep us from hearing that which is always and already present. So, the resurrection sort of implies that it is something that is coming. The resurrection is the present moment, and it just waits for us. How do you get the resurrection? Choose it. Create it by choosing forgiveness. All right, let's do some breath work, and then we'll call it a morning. Unless anyone has questions about any of that. Unless anyone actually remember what I actually said, which I'm not sure I actually do. Usually once I say it, it's gone for good. Never coming back. Sean says, hello, Sean, I hope you're doing well. Anna says, good morning, Burpee Bandit. Hey, the Burpee Bandit is in Australia, getting 500 reps. 500 burpees. Burpee Bandit is no joke. He's been a friend for quite some time. Way back in the Nothing But Burpee day. I never did anything like straight burpees. I always wanted to do other stuff. Let's see who's... give me 1 second, guys. Hey, Willow, can I show that? Oh, thank you. All right, guys. You ready? Casper. Casper the friendly pup. That is an awesome looking puppy. So happy. You know, Willow, I'm going to think about that all day. You gave that wonderful little puppy, all dogs are puppies, by the way. All dogs will always be puppies. You gave that wonderful little puppy a home. You have such a loving heart. I'm really glad that you and I are friends, Willow. All right, Anna says, I started my day. You do that, how many days a week do you do that, Anna? 500 squats from Anna. That's incredible. Hey, what do you think? Should I live stream my workout this morning? I'm supposed to do intervals. Yep, we heard about him, Sean. Jessica says, so sweet. Maddie says, Shawnee, good morning. Hey, gardening and cooking. How are you, my friend? Appreciate you being here. Appreciate all you guys being here. Carl says, sure. Anna says, I do this every day, Yogi. It's amazing, Anna. And I do burpees, Navy SEALs. Hey, Anna, you ever think about doing a live stream? Kat says, heal your mind, heal the world, because the world is created in you. Yes. Kat says, yes, live stream your workout. Okay. That's all it takes. All it takes is for Kat to say, Eric, can you do this? And just nod my head. Well, it says, yes, breath work. All right, we're going to do 4 in and a pause and a 4 out. Science has shown the perfect breath, 5.5. Calming. Keeps us even keeled. Aligns us. So you might ask, why then are we doing 4 in, 4 out? Because with my counting and with that gentle pause in between, basically puts it at about 5.5, the perfect breath. The same amount of breath, if you were to take japa beads and do japa meditation, which is a repetition of a mantra or mantra, or if you are of a religious nature, it doesn't have to necessarily be just religious. If you're Christian and you wanted to do the rosary beads, Hail Mary, Lord's Prayer, Prayer of St. Teresa, it would be just about the same as each bead. Japa meditation is a very powerful way of stilling the mind. I think this afternoon, guys, we're going to do something we haven't done in a little while. We're going to make some noise. We're going to not just do the bees breath. I think we'll do some chanting. We'll either chant Om or Ah, which we've done before. And pretty much everyone has said the same thing. It's very, very calming, very peaceful. But in the meantime, Maddie says, let me boost your likes. Thank you, Maddie. Hey, big congratulations to Kat and Jack for 1K. Well-deserved subs. And it says, doing fitness every day has completely changed my life, Yogi. I agree. I work out every single day and have for most of my life. Just been a day off here and there. The last official day off that I remember, 2004, I had the flu. And I tried to work out, and my wife and best friend had to literally drag me out. Literally supporting me. And then I rested and I was ready to go the next day. Sniper says, have a great day, everyone. I have to start trimming now. Catch you on the flip side. Have a good day at work, Sniper. Maddie says, well done, Kat. So we're working on watch hours now. Carl says, man, I don't know why they always link everything to religion. I think we are wired to, we are wired in recognition of the ineffable. We're wired to appreciate that from which we come from. However, the mistake that we make is in trying to organize it. We don't need to. How can such a little tiny aspect, the ego, try to organize the infinite? Talk about egotistical. Sean says, I wonder why Ozzy Osbourne died. He had a tough life. Hey, comment deleted. He had a tough life. He already did, by making it to 76, he defied the odds. I saw an interview once where even Keith Richards, guys, you know what a party of Keith Richards, right? Even Keith Richards was like, how is Ozzy Osbourne still alive? Well, it says, thanks, Yogi. You're welcome. All right, so here we go. Back to the breath. Calming breath. For those who want to participate, if you can close your eyes. This is a calming breath, and at the same time, it'll help balance us out. If you need a little boost, this will give it to you. If you need to be brought down, this will do it. We're going to breathe in for 4, we're going to pause, and we're going to exhale for 4 with a pause. We're going to do 10 rounds. So with eyes closed, bring a really, really soft focus to the breath without attempting to control it at all. And just notice when you breathe in. Notice when you breathe out. Notice where you breathe in. And notice where you breathe out. And now, in a very subtle sense, bring that same awareness with a conscious effort to breathe in through the nose and to breathe out through the nose. That only little bit of control is breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the nose. And then notice that as you breathe in, your belly gently expands, and as you breathe out, your belly gently falls back, in and out, much like the ocean, which brings us to the ocean's breath. We're making the sound of the wave in and out. Ha sound. You ever put a shell up against your ear and listen to that ocean sound, that gentle roar? That's the sound we're going for. Like a snore. We're going to use that breath to bring a gentle calm to the vagal nerve, which is the nerve that controls us from fight or flight to rest and digest, and anything that's found in between. Breathing in, breathing out. I'm going to count to 3. And on after 3, we are going to breathe in at my count. 4 in, and I'll have us pause. 4 out, and I'll have us pause. 1, 2, 3. And breathing in together for 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Breathing out. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4. Last breath for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4. And release the breath, allowing it to settle back into its own easy and natural rhythm. Calm. Anytime during the day, you can just notice the breath. And it will tell you exactly where you are right now, emotionally, spiritually. Are you connected, or are you disconnected from the pulse of life itself? The breath is your intimate connection to returning home, returning to the present moment, to relaxing. Just notice the breath. And then ask yourself, am I breathing through the nose? Am I breathing in a manner that supports how I wish to be? Notice how you feel in any moment. Are you stressed? Are you tense? Are you fearful? It's because you are breathing in such a way. Your emotions reflect your breath reflects your emotion. It's really hard to change your emotion. It's really hard to change your thoughts. However, when you can notice that, you can use your breath as a tool to change how you are thinking, to change how you're feeling, to change how you are reacting to one of responsiveness itself. Just notice your breath and then use it as a tool. Your connection returns you back to the present moment. And in the present moment, only love is found. In the present moment, that's where we find each other. In the present moment, I absolutely love you. When you're ready, open your eyes. I'll see you in the chat. Coffee Cake, my friend, how are you? Coffee Cake, are you going to come up and sing with us on Friday? I can't wait until that magical Friday when Maddie comes up and sings Dire Straits. Coffee Cake says, I'll try. Thank you for being here, Garden and Cooking. Faith, I'm glad that you survived. That was our breath work for the morning. And it says, thank you so much, Yogi. I feel relaxed, at peace, and happy. Hey, Anna, do you do any yoga asanas, yoga postures? Kat says, thank you, Yogi. Thank you, Kat. I'm always thankful for Kat. I'm always thankful for all of you guys. Jessica says, thank you, Eric. You're welcome, Jessica. Hey, Jessica. You know, you have served as a great reminder for me to do what I love doing best of all. breath work, meditation, the yoga nidra, uh, just maybe possibly uh, helping people return to that present moment. Been a big help for me. I hope you know that, Jessica, how much I appreciate you. Hey, champion, surprise, majestic people. Welcome, my friend. Nice to see you so early. For me. 2 minutes, guys. I'm going to head out. Jessica says, thank you, Eric. Thank you, Jessica. Anna says, yes to do yoga, Yogi. That makes me really happy to know. Anna. Anna loves notebooks. She does yoga. She does breath work with me. And she does 500 squats every day and works that every day. Anna might be the counterpart Yogi. Champion says, sir, you are streaming at 5:29 a.m. and that's seriously impressive. Every day. I've been up for 3 hours already. Carl says it's 11:29 for me. Yep, what have I done so far today? I've been up. I did my breath work. I did breath of fire. I meditated for 30 minutes. I fed my cats. They were much happy about that. This happy they give me time to meditate before they start demanding. Although when my cat hears the meditation bell chime, she knows it's food time and she's already pounding on my door. Then I did my yoga asana session for the morning. It's about 25 minutes or so, sometimes 30 minutes. And it's time to low boil for my coffee. Made my cup of instant coffee, came up here, put Cat and Jack on, and did my writing for the morning. This morning, let me read my writing, and then we'll call it a day. This morning I wrote about just one loving thought. From my perspective to true perspective, there's the miracle. And really, that's the entirety of my practice now. With this, it's so much easier to keep in mind that the world I see is made of my own miscreation, illusory in the sense that it's ever-changing and full of turmoil. A Course in Miracles sums it up succinctly. Only my most loving thoughts are real. Anything else is an illusion projected out upon the bare template of the world. So my practice, my only real job here, is to heal the world with just one loving thought at a time. If we look out at the world, we look at the mess, we look at the politics, we look at everything, we think, man, how can I ever heal this? It's too big of a job for me. I need help. Beyond help. It's impossible for all of us. It's a mess. And it's always been a mess. Politics are different now than they were 200 years ago, but they're not better now than they were 200 years ago. They're just more modern. They're faster. More divisive because it's easier to be divisive. Now, instead of word of mouth divisiveness, we have instantaneous divisiveness via media, via television, via the internet. You're probably wondering how many times can I say via in a single sentence? Now we know. But here's the directive. Here's all you got to do. Heal yourself. And even that might seem like an impossible task, right? But what if you approached it with one loving thought at a time? One loving thought at a time. What if right now, this moment before I sign off, and I am about to sign off, give yourself a loving thought. And you might think it's too hard. I can't think of one loving thought. Can you give me a loving thought? Can you give me one loving thought as a friend? I hope you're saying yes. Because you know what? I could use a loving thought right now. Carl says, Yogi Gotham Knight. I'm a Batman fan, Carl. Thank you, Maddie. So let me know in a comment real quick. Can you give me a loving thought? Because I know for some of you it's going to be too hard to give yourself a loving thought. Can you give me one? Give me a thumbs up if right now you can give me one loving thought. Just one. Thank you, Super Champion. And you don't have to share it with me. Just a thumbs up is enough. Thank you, Jessica. Guess what? I don't exist apart from you. I don't exist apart from you. If you're giving me one loving thought, it's meant for you. You have healed yourself by looking at me and giving me that loving thought. I'm not separate from you. So guess what? Right now, I'm healing myself by giving you a loving thought. Jessica, I love you. Anna, I love you. Champion, Carl, Maddie, Coffee Cake, Dennis. Thank you, Dennis. Lee, our friend Willow, Faith. I don't know if I missed anyone. Sean. I don't want to miss anyone. Garden. I love you. You might have thought, hey, Maharashtrian food, how are you? You might have thought, didn't you forget someone? Didn't you forget Cat and Jack? Guess what? I never forget Cat and Jack. I love you, Cat. Carl says, love you, Batman. Thank you, Carl. Champion says, we love you too, sir. Thank you, guys. All right. Signing off, my friends. I'll be back doing my live stream workout upon request at 8:20. Today's interval day. I definitely need you guys for that. I really dislike intervals. Hey, Eric Lapointe. Speaking of love, Eric, we love you too. I love you too. You've been a great friend for a while now. Oh, it's Squirrel Sniper. Hey, I haven't seen him in a week or so, maybe 2 weeks or so. Let me throw out there real quick our friend William. William, wherever you are, if you happen to be listening right now in the background, or you find this later, I love you, my friend. Jessica says, have a good walk, Eric. I will. Wish me beavers. And or a fox. And an owl. More than anything, this is going to sound awful to hear from me. Wish me the absence of more people on my walk. I wouldn't mind a little more of a solitary walk than I had yesterday. I don't ask for much. Champion says he's really kind, just like you, and constantly giving great advice of self-love and how to get through life as a man. Oh, you remind me of, I don't know him. I'll look him up. Drop a link sometime for me. Thank you, Jessica. Anna says, much, much, much love to everyone. Thank you. I'll see you all later. I'll see you. Come by and watch the workout if you want. If not, I'll be live at 1. Our friend Burpee Bandit in Australia getting 500 reps. Come on by and say hi to him. Offer him support. He's a great guy. Love you all.